Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a phenomenon that literally transforms an entire country. We're talking about a nation, down to the very smallest village street, turning into this glowing landscape of devotion, brilliant lights, and absolutely unparalleled hospitality. Yep, we're exploring the incredible Wesak Festival in Sri Lanka.
Picture this, it's May 30th, 2026. The sun is setting over Sri Lanka, and the everyday landscape just completely disappears. It's replaced by this illuminated paradise. And we aren't just talking about a few street lamps flickering on here. Homes, temples, city squares, they are completely bathed in vibrant colors and ancient spiritual symbols. It creates this magical atmosphere that honestly engages every single one of your senses. So what exactly happens when a whole nation decides to turn into a glowing paradise of generosity? Well, that's exactly what we're unpacking today.
Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, the meaning of Wesak. Second, illuminating the island. Third, generosity in action. Fourth, finding inner peace. And finally, where to celebrate.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the meaning of Wesak, the origin of the light.
So, to truly appreciate all this visual beauty, we really need to look at what's actually being celebrated here. It turns out, Wesak marks three incredibly specific, sacred milestones in the life of Gautama Buddha: his birth, his enlightenment, also known as nirvana, and his passing away, or parinirvana. And here's the mind-blowing part. From our sources, all three of these major life events are believed to have happened on the exact same full moon day. I mean, think about that cosmic alignment. That's exactly what gives Wesak Day its deeply profound spiritual meaning and emotional gravity.
Moving right along to Section 2, illuminating the island, a canvas of colors. Let's see how this deeply historical concept physically lights up the country. The absolute second dusk hits, the streets and homes just come alive with what are called Vesak. According to our sources, families will spend days, sometimes even weeks, meticulously crafting these stunning, colorful handmade lanterns. They hang them right in front of their homes and all down the streets. And it's fascinating because they aren't just pretty decorations. They carry this heavy symbolic weight, representing light pushing away the darkness, wisdom, and the path to enlightenment. Honestly, taking a walk at night during this feels immensely peaceful and just magical.
But hey, the visual journey doesn't stop at the front porch. Step out into the major city squares, and you're greeted by this. We're talking massive, towering, illuminated structures that completely dominate the festival grounds and draw in enormous, super excited crowds from all over the island.
These giant structures you're looking at right now, they're called tharana, or pandals. Imagine a towering billboard, but instead of trying to sell you something, it's completely covered in tens of thousands of colorful light bulbs. And they aren't static images either. These amazing Wesak pandals feature incredibly intricate, animated lighting sequences paired with dramatic audio narration to tell these ancient, epic tales.
You can really think of these massive pandals as giant illuminated storybooks. Their main purpose is to attract thousands of visitors and guide them through the Jataka stories, which are these traditional tales of the Buddha's previous lives, with each one carrying a specific moral or spiritual lesson. So, you've got thousands of festival goers gathered together, gazing up at these flashing animated light sequences, listening to the narration, and literally absorbing ancient wisdom through a mesmerizing cutting-edge light show. It's just a brilliant blend of tradition and pure spectacle.
All right, let's jump into Section 3, Generosity in Action. The taste of generosity.
Shifting gears from the visual aesthetics, we find the true beating heart of the festival right down in the streets, the Dansal. As you walk through those illuminated crowds, you'll encounter these practically everywhere. A Dansal is essentially a free food and drink stall, but here's the crucial thing to understand. It's not a charity soup kitchen, not at all. It is a joyous, voluntary offering to the public. Local communities, friend groups, businesses, they pool their own money and time to offer this food to absolutely anyone who walks by. And I mean anyone, totally regardless of their religion, social status, or background. It's a direct representation of Dana, which is the core Buddhist teaching of supreme generosity and kindness.
And the food they're offering? Oh, it is fantastic. You can literally walk through a city and eat a multi-course meal, stall by stall, completely free of charge. We're talking hearty, full-course Sri Lankan rice and curry meals, steaming cups of refreshing local tea, maybe a scoop of ice cream on a warm night, or incredibly rich local sweets. It is a beautiful and honestly delicious way to experience community care in action. Just, make sure you bring your appetite for this one.
Which brings us to Section 4, Finding Inner Peace, the Inner Glow.
Now, To truly grasp the whole picture of Wesak, we have to look at the delicate balance happening behind the scenes. On one side, you have the loud, joyful external celebrations, right? The glowing lanterns, the towering animated pandals, those massive community Dansal feasts. But perfectly mirroring that, on the flip side, are the internal spiritual activities. Throughout the festival, people are quietly visiting temples, listening deeply to Buddhist sermons, practicing focused meditation, and doing personal acts of charity. The external joy is really just a reflection of that deep internal focus on peace, compassion, and mindfulness.
A huge part of this quiet internal focus is the practice of Sil. Away from the hustle and bustle of the street festivities, many observers will dedicate their time entirely to visiting temples. They often wear simple white clothing to help them focus deeply on their spiritual practices. It's this beautiful period of reflection and moral recalibration, basically ensuring that their minds and hearts are just as illuminated as the glowing streets around them. Finally, we arrive at Section 5, Where to Celebrate, the Destination.
So if you're thinking about experiencing this for yourself, you've got some incredible options, depending on the exact vibe you're looking for. If you want the grand scale, like those massive towering pandals and expansive, packed street celebrations, the capital city, Colombo, is definitely your epicenter. Now, if you prefer a more deeply traditional and highly spiritual atmosphere, the Central Highlands of Kandy are absolutely perfect, specifically around the sacred Temple of the Tooth. Or if you want a beautiful ocean breeze mixed in with your spiritual lights, the southern city of Gale offers these amazing coastal celebrations with incredibly unique artistic decorations.
We've seen the history, the towering storytelling pandals, the heartwarming generosity of the Dansal, and the deep, mindful peace of the temples. Wesak is just so much more than a festival. It's a profound cultural and emotional experience where an entire country literally radiates peace, compassion, and true harmony. So, looking ahead to May 30th, 2026, you really have to ask yourself, will you be there to experience it? Will you find your light in Sri Lanka? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you on the next one.